Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. I know what you're thinking. Uptick, 3 videos about the same watch in 3 days. You're really milking the buzz. But man, there's so much to unpack, and I have to say I've been confused, like many of you, about Zenith releases in the past 2 years since the caliber 3600 with striking tent came out 2 years ago with a thinner bezel and skeletonized dial, unnoticed by the general public, including myself. Not to mention the striking 100 El Primero 21 Beast, which was duly noticed, but it's a different budget and requires a larger wrist. I went back to a Monochrome Watches article that had these pictures, then this one, which is pretty much the same watch without the bezel, and weirdly enough, also this one. I have to admit I'm confused, and I guess this confusion was felt by Zenith, who properly relaunched this caliber with the Chronomaster Sport, with a regular dial, a wider bezel, and a bracelet. And there you go. Everyone sees a Daytona. Well, I guess that's maybe why they went a different route at first. But let's be frank. Very few people like skeletonized dials, and everyone wants a good bracelet. For the rest, apart from a little change in the bezel that properly announces the scale, it's the Chronomaster's classic subdials, case, and pushers. So to all the guys who can't get over the Daytona resemblance, I would say this. We had totally ignored this excellent watch until it was slightly modified to something we are more familiar with. And frankly, given the crap that watch enthusiasts have had to take from Rolex dealers for years, it's par for the course. It makes us feel good. Now, I want to address the puzzling marketing campaign. I just went for a hike with the kids, schlepping bags and all, and I really didn't want to take the watch just yet because of all the polished bits that will scratch so fast. Yet the campaign associates the watch with mountaineering and American football. Just when this release had alleviated some of the confusion about Zenith's product range and innovations, this marketing video puzzles me. Just sponsor a Formula One team and there you go, instant kick up Rolex's derrière, the brand being a prime F1 and motorsports sponsor.
Go further, towards your goals. Then go back to your past hopes. And go again to make them your future. Time to reach your star.
Moving on, is this watch chronometer certified? You'd be hard-pressed finding that out on the website, but watchbase.com does specify it as such. For those who are more inclined than myself to understand why a striking tent hasn't been the norm for high-beat chronographs, in short, it's because using the typical movement architecture to have the seconds make a whole dial's turn in 10 seconds takes a lot of energy and therefore threatens accuracy. So Zenith had to introduce clever bits, low inertia silicon for the escape wheel, and customization of the driving and coupling wheels to make this possible while maintaining performance. I'm pretty sure to have seen a daily performance rating of -3 to, +4, +6 or so somewhere on a website, but for the life of me, I can't find it again. This one here has lost only 2 seconds running constantly for the past 2 days. I wore it during the first night, and the second night I left it down. So I would say that's quite comforting. Equally discreet on the website is the warranty. As far as I know, the warranty since the 50th anniversary of the El Primero of 2019 is 50 years. 50! Can you imagine the cost of servicing such a complicated caliber by the manufacturer. If it's indeed pretty much a lifetime warranty, then honestly, why would you hesitate any further buying one of these? Now, let's talk money. 10 grand retail. As I said, your relationship with your AD will determine if and what sort of discount you can expect. It's quite a lot of money, quite a lot more, in fact, than the new Omega Speedmaster redesigned in any case, which is a very deluxe product in itself and a must in a collection, even though I prefer the outgoing version. Or even grabbing one of the Tokyo Olympics memorabilia models. So, tough decision, my friend. Maybe you can get both. One being manual wind, it's a different vibe, and this one being automatic and having this very clever striking tent movement. Speaking of decisions, I went for the black dial because I like the contrast of the subdials on the glossy black background and the legibility of the Luminova filled hands compared to the white dial. The white is also quite a bit more in your face and bears even more of a Daytona resemblance. Now, I love this thing, but as you already know, I will likely never, ever own a graduated bezel watch that perfectly aligns. Heck, even the 120 mark of the Speedy's tachymeter scale didn't align at the 6 o'clock. I severed all ties with Grand Seiko after they refused to align my expensive GMT bezel. None of my Rolex or Tudors align just right, and I think only my Marine Master aligns close enough within my Seiko collection. You would imagine a fixed ceramic Zenith chronograph bezel would align, and it does, at the 3, at the 6, but the 9 o'clock, and most importantly, most crucially, the 0 or 10 second there. Is it just me, or is it slightly to the left?
I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea.